Funny thing about time, it buries kings, poets, warriors, but somehow, it never buried him. The guy who picked truth over his own life. 2,000 years gone, and we're still talking about a man who claimed he knew nothing. Socrates, the man who lost everything and somehow became immortal. You ever notice how we spend half our lives trying to sound like we know what we're doing? Socrates didn't. He flipped that whole game. He looked at the smartest men in Athens and said, "You sure about that?" And just like that, he broke the illusion. To him, admitting you don't know was the first real step toward knowing anything at all. He wasn't a man of temples or titles, just sandals, questions, and a voice that wouldn't quit. Day after day, he'd walk those sunburned streets, stopping strangers, asking things that sounded simple but hit like thunder. What's justice? What's good? What's worth living for? Each question peeled back a layer of pride until people saw themselves, not as they pretended to be, but as they truly were. And he didn't preach from some mountain. He listened. He argued. He laughed. He let silence do the talking. People thought he was mocking them, but he was really holding up a mirror. The kind you can't look into without trembling a little. But what kind of man walks into power with nothing but questions? One who's already free. That's the thing about Socrates, he didn't fear looking stupid, because he wasn't chasing approval. He was chasing truth. Close your eyes for a second. Picture him in the middle of that noisy marketplace, everyone shouting, selling, arguing, and there he is, calm, smiling, barefoot, lost in thought. They mocked him, but he didn't flinch. Because he knew something they didn't. The world's noise fades, but truth, that sticks around. And maybe that's what immortality really is. Not statues or temples. Just ideas that refuse to die. When they gave him the cup of poison, he didn't beg, didn't run. He just smiled, because he'd already won. His body was about to vanish, but his questions, those would live forever. So next time you find yourself lost in the noise, remember, the man who knew nothing still teaches the world how to think.